Come on. Evening, everyone. Even I hope you're good. Sorry we're starting a bit late, but modern technology. But Kenny Ken is back on my channel. How you doing, sir?
I'm all good.
How
I'm
are
all
you?
good. You know what's happened? Last time we spoke, that
Yeah.
we're in the middle of a good run. Then we had a couple of defeats, and then
Hello, Kenny. Hello, Kenny. Is that me? No, Kenny. I think you're frozen. Kenny, can you hear me? Evening, everyone. I hope you're all good. Kenny. Kenny. Right. Guys, can you hear Kenny? Or is it just me that he's frozen? Guys, in the chat, Anna Jones, Warren, everyone, is Kenny frozen or is it me? Because this is going really well. Because it's a Chelsea Tottenham game, and I just want to chat. Oh, right, Kenny's got right. So, evening, everyone. Arsenal Alex here. Kenny Ken should be back. So Kenny Ken is frozen. I thought it was me. I'm having problems. It seems when I stream after 6, I need to sort my before 6 it's fine. But after 6, Arteta infests my Wi-Fi to make and that's what happens. So hopefully Kenny comes back because I do want to chat to him. Let's just see. Smash the like button and subscribe. There is a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about Aubameyang, talk about Maitland Niles, possibly Balogun, and all this kerfuffle about do you feel... Can you hear me as well, guys? I hope you can. I'm getting used to these Christmas presents, man. Can you hear me, guys? Yeah? Let me see if Kenny's messaging. Hold on. Hold on. So hopefully, yeah, there we are. Is Kenny back? Kenny, sir? Kenny, are you there? Yeah. I'm wondering if it's me or anything, but this is... Yeah. If Kenny, can you hear me, see me, Kenny? You can hear me, guys. Kenny? Oh man, I don't know because I know when you're on streams you don't have a problem. I don't know whether it's my connection for you coming in or I can see just a black blank space. Kenny, can you hear me? This is going really well. Sorry, guys, and I'm off work with COVID. I tested positive yesterday and this morning, so I'm just tired, run down, but I still want to stream and talk to you guys because there's a the positive, all this. Should the game have been played tomorrow or not? Should it have? Yes. So you can hear me. Good evening, sir. I hope you're well. It's definitely frozen. Is Kenny back? Kenny, are you back? Are you back?
Sorry about that.
Is that me? I swear.
How do I sound back?
You sound back and ready. You do.
Yeah. All it was is that it got frozen because I've got too many people on their internet at home, so I kicked them. I told them to turn their phones off.
Listen, it's my son. He's doing and flipping all the Xbox. So I know exactly. I told him turn it off when Dad's doing the stream. Yeah, so it's just like
that's what I've told my daughters that as well.
Yeah, so Warren says he can hear us both. So
hi Warren, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, he's old school Arsenal as well, long time. So welcome to here. And yes, Kenny, thank you very much for your time. I want to get this in before the scum versus the scum, or who's more scummier, Chelsea or Tottenham? I don't know, but
it's a funny thing you said that, Alex. So if you go on like social media, the wrong social media, which is called Twitter, it's like everyone's getting being in their bonnet. Yeah, everyone's going to be in their bonnet about Liverpool, like about their rivals. That we should hate the Scousers. We should they hate them as much as they hate Spurs. And I'm thinking, hang on here. In the 1980s, when George Graham was at the club, it was like George Graham versus Kenny Dalglish. Yeah, You can hate Liverpool because they're direct rivals. The same with Man United as well, when it was Wenger and Sir Alex. Yeah, hate, no problem. And even early days, George versus Sir Alex Ferguson. But right now, Liverpool and Man United are never rivals. We're not competing with Liverpool for the title. Man United, let's face it, the only time you want to rival in Man United, you're both at the top competing for something, not for a Europe or top four, or how badly your teams have digressed or been in transition. You don't know how that competition. It's always Spurs.
Who do you think we're competing with at the moment? Is it Spurs? Is it West Ham? Is it those sort of people?
You know what? Until we start, competing for the title on a regular basis, and even winning it.
You and me both won.
No other teams their competition. The only competition we should have, the only hatred we should have, is Tottenham. It's always Tottenham. The minute you start talking about Liverpool and having a rivalry with them, you distract from the fact that it's Spurs. The same United as well. We're all from like the London area or near.
Yeah, I'm a London boy. You're a London boy.
Yeah, we're all London boys, right? And
yeah, man.
Because of TV and because the Premiership has got more popular, there are people who get into football and they don't actually support their local clubs; they support the team that's winning. So obviously, when you're at school, you would have had rivalries with Man United fans, Liverpool fans, as opposed to Tottenham.
Yeah.
I was
proud to be an Arsenal fan when I went to school.
Exactly. When I grew up in Islington, it was always Tottenham. There was a few Liverpool fans here and there, and the odd Man United, but it was always Tottenham. So that was a rivalry because that's what we were brought up on. But now TV has made fans forget that they're actual rivals of Spurs. I'm not going to get them beaten about Liverpool. We're Liverpool with me. We're not on their level.
So do you think, mate, talking about Liverpool, do you think they're just being crybabies about tomorrow? Because that's some people have mentioned that, or do you think it's right that they can call the game off and Arsenal have accepted it? Because we've got quite a lot of players out, and we're just getting up. We would have played it. So do you think the game could have gone ahead?
Well, the thing about it is that one of the reasons why I think the EFL said yes is because I think what's happened is that if you think about the EFL, the English Football League, they don't make us. They don't have money. The payday is always like the League Cup, and preferably payday is always when the semi-finals, where invariably the top 6 clubs in the Premiership are in it. And then because whatever happens, we're going to get a top 6 final. So that is the payday for the EFL. So any football league, any Premiership club, especially the big teams, make a request for a game called off. Of course, they're going to say yes, because the EFL rules may not be the same as Premiership rules. So Arsenal fans need to take into consideration. And remember, we have
talking
2 legs.
about that. Yeah, I know. Warren has sent me something. We've virtually got the same amount. We were only okay. I'm going to show this. I don't know if you can see this.
I can see it.
The players who we've got out and them. I'm not going to get done for that, but it's not. It's not a lot of difference. That's who's out for the game. So
I think is any of them goalkeepers? Is Kelleher out? Because if they've got issues, because I think what's happening is that So if you remember Alisson's out. If Kelleher's got COVID as well, then it's a non-starter.
Yeah,
you need to have at least 2 goalkeepers in. So that is their loophole. You know what I mean? So Arsenal fans, the reason why we played
that. I was shocked when I saw that, though. I was shocked, mate.
I wasn't. I expected it. Not at all, because as I said before, the EFL, the payday for the EFL, in terms of the league, it's not even the league games. With the 72 clubs, the payday is always the League Cup, especially when Premiership teams enter it, and they either get to the semi-final where they can have 2 legs, and a final. So if any of the big clubs in the Premiership say we want the game cancelled, this would be a yes. Doesn't matter whether the rules or not, because that game, all it's going to do is that common sense has been used. You've got the first leg now, which is at Anfield, and the second leg is at the Emirates. So you basically moved everything by a week. So nothing's really happened.
Do you think that's advantage Liverpool though now, mate? Do you think that's advantage Liverpool now that they've been able to get their way?
Well, it's only advantage Liverpool if they're 3-0 up in the first leg and they got a lead to sit on. If they don't have a lead to sit on, it's not advantage Liverpool. It's not.
When do we go Liverpool and do well? That's the thing. It doesn't matter what team we put out. When do we go and beat them? I mean, I don't. Is it 9 years ago?
Yeah.
When did we last beat Liverpool?
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about. Well, it was actually we beat them in the League Cup quarterfinals 6-3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
15 years ago, and then 3 days later we beat them in the FA Cup third round.
Yeah.
3-1. Where Henri got a place. So first it was like Giulio Baptista in 2007, and a few days later it was Henri. The Henri show.
We were young men back, Kenny. We were young men back then. Seriously.
Young. But what I'm trying to say is that Arsenal fans, I think the biggest elephant in the room is it's not so much the fact that they think Liverpool's out of order. It's about the fans, isn't it? Who've bought tickets for tomorrow. And you know what happens when you buy tickets during a weekday? A lot of our fans, some of them don't live in Islington or London. They got to travel, get trains from not even from maybe like York, some from Yorkshire, some from like Lancashire, some because it's a big game. So they've had to go to the train companies and say, "Look, mate, can you help us out, mate?"
Exactly.
And they've had to either get refunds. Now, if the train companies can say, "Well, we'll give you a part refund, not the full refund, but we'll charge you to give you a refund," so they're the ones I worry about. I'm upset about for the most. It's the fans. But rules are rules. But
were you going to be going tomorrow, or did you have a ticket? Yeah. Because
the Arsenal Football Club have gone up to me and basically told us if you want cup final tickets, make sure you go to some of the games.
So you're obliged to go.
If that's a nudge, it was a pretty hard nudge to get a ticket.
So I don't know. Like now we've got to play Forest on Sunday. Is that away or home?
It's away.
It's away. Are you going to that or?
No, I had. Thing is, right, is that with this pandemic and everything, with working from home and not getting a pick, going away games, especially like the evening games, it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell, and I think this season you're trying to sort of get into the habit of going to football again because, from the last, from like June last year up until August this year, we've basically been at home watching the games. Some of us went in the ballots and we weren't successful, but we've been at home. So
I don't know about you, but I got used to it, mate.
I don't blame you.
I have, because I've been a Red member for years, and I've just stopped for a number of reasons. One, because the football's been shit. Two, because I can't stand Arteta, and three, because of it just the pandemic. Like I say, you can just watch it at home, and you can see everything. So
that's the thing, Alex. The thing is that one of the best and worst things that ever happened to us is that we got wall-to-wall football from June last year. So because we've got wall football, it's a massive adjustment because we thought we couldn't at first when the pandemic first happened. We thought, oh geez, our life's over. What are we going to do that we can't go to football? Oh, it's my life, blah blah. And then for about 10 months, we got used to it.
How did you survive though? How did you cope, mate? Were you all right with it? Did you mind watching it, or was it driving you mad?
At first I was, but when I realised that every game is live on Sky or BT, or wherever it is, and the fact that it was every game, you got involved in it. Obviously, you got used to the fact that there's no crowds, and because they put the background music, kind of the fact the sound of all the goals and the sound on it. You had this sort of. It actually helped with your mindset, and thought, you know what? Let's watch the game.
And you could hear. I don't know, but you could hear what the players were saying. That's what I like.
We love that, and I think when you go to games, you kind of forget that you've got the best angles. You can see everything. Certain things like, for instance, on Saturday.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell from where I was sitting whether it was a penalty or not.
How
I couldn't see that
after that. How are you feeling still? Are you still gutted? Are you still
no? Because I watched it at the ground, and at the ground, what's happened, right, is that the referee's decision not to give Odegaard a penalty was instantaneous. So you buy into it. So you kind of you look like a penalty, but when the referee said no, he didn't look a penalty. Then it's the same with Xhaka and Silva.
Oh, Xhaka.
I'm at the other end of the ground. It didn't look a penalty. Now, when we play West Ham, and Kufal tackled Lacazette, that was a tackle. So we could tell that it was unlucky. But when you're in the ground, you're more in tune with the players' body language, the referee's body language, and everything else, and you forget what it's like for TV viewers. Like, you had the best angle. So when you saw when you saw Odegaard and Edison go over, it was instantaneous.
Different angles,
different angles. You had all the angles, so you went, all right, no problem. The same with Xhaka, when you saw it in real time, different angles. But when you saw it in the replay and VAR, you said penalty. We didn't have that. Then he showed us the VAR afterwards.
I'm still, in my opinion, Xhaka, idiot. That's a penalty all day long. Odegaard, I'm still not sure, mate. I can't make up my mind. I don't know about you. Don't know if you've watched it back. I still can't make my mind up. So for me, it's not a penalty. Yeah,
but you've got the best angles. Plus another thing as well, you've got like pundits and commentary. The only pundits is some geezer next to me. You know what I mean?
And he's got the Sky Go or whatever. He's got the. You can't get any. The thing is, you can't get any internet in the games in the Emirates. I've tried it. You can't. It's terrible.
It's terrible. It's terrible. You can get internet, but it's one. One of those sort of
5 minutes behind.
Crap. No, it's the unsecured rubbish. But there are a few people who don't understand the fact that you're actually not really allowed to film during Premiership matches. But these guys
kick you out. They
film a penalty, film everything, and it's an experience for them, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know, man, but the way we played against Man City, I'll quickly talk about like that, man. I was really, Arsenal beat Arsenal, in my opinion. If Xhaka didn't do that stupidity, we get a draw or we win the game.
What about Gabriel? As well,
he wouldn't have done it. If Xhaka hadn't done that, Gabriel wouldn't have got that first yellow for what? I don't know whether it was for the
trouble.
But
you know why he was looking for trouble?
Why is that?
Because during matches, I don't know if you notice it on TV, but when you watch Arsenal live, especially one of the things that Gabriel always manages to do is that when he gets the ball. And the forward's trying to get around him. What he does is that he basically says foul me, so he gets on top of the ball. He sits
right up to them, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's right on them.
Free kicks.
Yeah,
but on Saturday, Atwell weren't having it. He was allowing Silva and Jesus to get the ball off him, and he weren't winning those free kicks. So mentally, it was a thing like Arsenal fans were calling for free kicks because they're normally getting it. So in the mindset of the fans, and probably Gabriel, this referee's giving Man City everything. We're not going to get anything here. So what's happening is that all the referee Atwell needed and Man City needed was someone to lose their head, and Gabriel and Xhaka did. That was the best way for them to get back in the game was, for Arsenal to lose their heads.
And we did. And it's not the first time. And Arteta has got, in my opinion, he's got a discipline problem. Like I've heard a stat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Since Arteta's come in charge, we've got the worst disciplinary issues. We've got the most reds and everything. I don't know if you heard about that.
Arsene Wenger when he first came.
Yeah, we've always had that. How do we solve it, though, Kenny?
It's not a case of. I think what's happening, we're not cute, because I think if you look at it organically, when Wenger first came, we had the record number of send-offs, where it's right in the high 70s, and then. After Adams and all the big players left, we were in a situation where we played tiki-taka Barcelona football, and we were looking for referees' protection, and we weren't getting it because they thought Arsenal was soft. So we've had the Adams, Vieira, Petit, Gilberto, where we're always getting sent off to this soft Arsenal, and now we're trying to be intelligent Arsenal and to do with our cards.
We weren't intelligent on Saturday. We weren't intelligent. Man, I couldn't sleep properly. I was just so pissed off because
we played well. We played well.
We were amazing. We were that first half. I've never. And is it a coincidence? And I don't know if it is because of Mr. Albert, do you think Arteta not being there, the players, could you see a difference with Arteta not being on the touchline?
Well, the thing is, they've been playing like this previous to that. Like, if you take away Sunderland, you look at
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you look at what's the names? The game against Southampton. After we got the first goal, and you got the West Ham as well, and you got the Leeds.
Yeah.
We've kind of been leading up to that because we once you get not just the results but confidence as well of those 3 results. Even though these teams are not at Man City's level, because you've been winning and winning well and playing well, you go into this game with the same sort of mindset, and that we got nothing to fear against Man City because we've been playing well, and I think that's just a consequence of everything that's going on for me. So it wasn't the fact that Mikel weren't there. But you've got a point. And the reason why I agree, I can see where you're coming from, because Mikel is too much of a hands-on manager, and he's like a traffic man. And
what's happening?
Players are looking. Well, am I doing this? And I think what's happening is that
it's all this hand movements. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what we needed was for the players to flow and just have simple instructions. So it's not wrong what you're saying, because obviously me and Lee, we've always been concerned about the micromanagement.
Yeah, Leeds are clearly at Man City's level. I think you're on a wind-up, sir.
No. I think what I'm saying, Tom, is that because we playing so well and everything's going right.
Yeah.
In terms of the goals for column, the way we defend as a team, the way we're playing in midfield. When you play teams like Man City, you have to be confident. You can't play Man City on the back of shit performances or bad results, because your mindset is protection. You go in defence, you put men by the ball, and say, you know what, let's just keep the score down and don't hurt us too badly like we did last season, where we played Man City, where we were very cowardly even at home. Yeah. And they beat us 1-0, but they could have, if they put the gears on, won by more, and we just kept the goals down. This time we're playing well. We're on a good run, regardless of who the opposition is. If you're going into games playing well, whoever you play, you can have a go at.
Kenny, what worries me is now we've had that real sucker punch blow. How the hell, and are we going to crumble? We're going to go on a bad run again? Because that is just going to knock anyone. It depends.
Well, definitely. But you know what I think, Alex? You've got a good point, because we haven't beaten Spurs at White Hart Lane, wherever it is.
I'm scared, man.
And we never beat Spurs. Always never beat us at the Emirates, and we never beat them at their ground. So that the Spurs game, as much as the Man City game, was basically a chance for us to let everyone know what we could do. But Spurs away is bigger now, because it's a 6-pointer for whether it's the top 4 or the Europa League, it's a 6-pointer. If we can beat Spurs, that'll be a big, punch in the eye for the rest of the Premiership, because they think, well,
it's a big if, though, isn't it, Kenny?
It's a big if. But Spurs have got a good manager. But I always look at the Spurs situation is that we are kind of ready for a win now down there. We're ready.
We are due one big time.
Over the last few years, a lot of Arsenal fans ain't going to thank me for saying this, but they've had better players than us and a better squad than us. I can't say right now that Spurs have got a better team than us or a better squad. I can't say that. They've
got a better manager, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100% they have. But in terms of player for player, I can now say with great confidence that you're right. I can say with great confidence that we've got an excellent chance of beating them. Because if you look at it, you take out Kane.
Yeah.
The best players are three world-class players for me. Kane, Son, and the goalkeeper. Apart from that, they're average.
Yeah. So if we nullify them, we've got a chance.
But 2 years ago, you couldn't say that about Tottenham, because they had some really top class players.
This Antonio Conte, that's what I'm worried about, mate.
Well, they're playing for him, aren't they?
Yeah, but then I would be playing for him. He's an elite manager.
Yeah, but if you look at our performances, and if you go on Twitter and you get a consensus amongst Arsenal fans, they will say that we're doing it. They're doing the same thing under Arteta. That there's no egos. Aubameyang's on this side, and they could.
let's touch on Aubameyang because that still doesn't sit like he's in Gabon. Obviously, he's gone a bit early. He could be going Newcastle. I mean, do you think that could be a good move for him, or do you see that happening? I mean, do you think that could go through?
Well, Arsenal listens for offers for him. Arsenal listens for offers, and that's been made public on Sky Sports. And you know, like someone at the football clubs let that slip. But you know, as people said before, you know, a lot of people said he's 33, you won't get any money for him, and blah blah. Well, I'm not too funny, right? Newcastle are desperate to stay in the Premiership. You can't be that rich in a Championship. So if I was Arsenal and Aubameyang, right, I'll test the result. I'll go Newcastle, 30 million. Go on, take it or leave it. Remember, you're desperate.
They can pay his wages.
Yes, of course they can. And then if I was Aubameyang, I'll go to Newcastle. Right, if I keep you up, and I'm going to keep you up, 400 grand a week.
Yeah,
they'll give it to him. They're desperate.
He can't. He hasn't just gone crap just like that. A lot of it's down to the manager, in my opinion, with Arteta. And it's just his tactics are all because we all know that Arteta can only do one formation, 4-2-3-1. I mean, it's just he can't do anything different. He can't accommodate Aubameyang. I know we've been playing well, but look, when we come up against the big teams, we've come unstuck as usual. We've been smashing.
But you know, reason why is that if you think about the teams we've played, right, we played teams that have had like depleted squads. You know, West Ham, Southampton, 100% Leeds. Let's not cut the crap. 100% Leeds, right?
There you go, Leeds. There's a Leeds fan here, Mr. Tom.
Sorry, and some you know, crap. They're in the third tier.
Exactly.
So what's happening is that if you play a live team like Liverpool, Man United, even Man United, right, they're crap. But come on, everyone in football with half a brain knows if they get it right on the day, they'll beat teams because
we could talk about Man United for probably half an hour, mate.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, let's not take Man United. Right? You look at Man City.
Yeah,
they've got match winners.
Yeah,
Liverpool match winners. Now Spurs, I've got Kane and Son. Now, whether we like it or not, Harry Kane is quietly, and I say quietly, coming back into form. That's a big worry for us going into the North London derby.
Yeah, and I'm like you. I think we're due a win against Tottenham, but like I said, our away form is terrible. And if Conte, you know, if they play for him, may God help us.
Well, it depends. The thing is, right, is that the Spurs are going to play the same way they did against Mourinho. If you saw how they play against Liverpool, they're at home, but what they did is they played the longer pass because Liverpool defended high up the pitch in terms of like what they've done is that they kind of played a high line. So by playing the ball over the top and getting runners in, Dele Alli was going to get on the shoulder of the defenders. Kane and Son were going to run past them. And they resolved that. Now, if you look at Arsenal, we're probably going to play the same way. We're going to try and we're going to let us have possession, you know, and dominate. They're going to let Tierney come down the left. And then what they're going to do on a turnover, you're going to have people like Gabriel, right? Who's going to sort of be the front of that high line. Maybe like Tommy Asu as well. And, you know, Ben White would do that. So what's happening right now? Spurs are going to try and get past that high line and that press and getting in. Because that's how they beat us last season, isn't it? They got past the high line.
You've been hanging out with Antonio Conte. You already know what's coming.
Well, you only watched the game against Liverpool. Did you see their performance in the game against Liverpool?
They deserve 3 points.
Yeah, but how they played is that they got through Liverpool's press and and basically like got on the thing. You know what I mean? They got through Liverpool's press. So it's as far as I'm concerned, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
And Liverpool are a much better side than us, and they did that to Liverpool. So what can they do to us? If Gabriel, that worries me with Gabriel, man. If he acts like that, like...
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it has to be successful, because against Man City, that was successful.
Yeah.
But against Chelsea, that isn't successful, is it? Because Chelsea, you know, can play on the goal, are probably better than everyone else at playing that eye line, because they've got Rudiger, who's like strong and very, very mobile, And they had obviously before they got injured. You had James and like Chilwell, but I think that's how Spurs are going to play against us. Could be wrong, but if you look at it, that's how they. I didn't see any difference between how Spurs played under Mourinho and Santo. I didn't see a difference.
To now, or just in general?
Well, you think about it, it's the same sort of personnel, but from what you saw from Tottenham, that's how they're going to look successful. And if Arsenal do try and get in the front foot, or do try and get Martinelli down to make those runs.
Are you a Martinelli fan as much as me? Are you rate him as high I do? Because I love the guy.
He's great on me because now he's fit. I can understand more and more what he's capable of, and he's very he's very, very raw, and he's fine tuning. He's not a striker. Don't waste him by putting him as a striker, because you'll take a lot out of his game if you get him as centre forward, because he's going to have to play with his back to goal, and he's going to have to hold the ball up. You don't want him to do that. You want him to do what he did against City, to play on the last goal.
I love Martinelli. I would love
nothing.
Yeah, for me, Martinelli, Tierney, those sort of people. We need more of them.
Tierney's come back into form. Tierney wasn't very good. He's only come into form since he's come back to the side.
Can we just talk also about Thomas Partey, because like that? That was. I watched that. He was just a force. He was just that is who we signed from Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, that's the thing. Thomas Partey has never been a bad player. He's never been a bad player.
All
he needs to do is get fit, get him fit, and you'll see his performances.
And don't have Arteta on the sideline.
Well, yeah, but Arteta can't help it, mate. He's a young manager, and young managers, aren't calm.
I bite my lip with Arteta. I really do.
Yeah, and he's like a traffic cop, isn't he?
Oh gosh, he's just like the players. They all look confused, and it looks like on Sunday. I don't know whether Arteta will be back, whether Mr. Albert will be there. I think Forest.
But you know what? I think with Arteta, right, he's one of those. Yeah. I think he's one of those sort of attention detail managers. He can't help himself. But you know what? The temptation for Arteta is, if things go wrong against Tottenham, blah blah, he'll go back to his old ways. So it's all about results. It's a big shot in the arm. Play Liverpool, a full strength Liverpool, who may be going for the title, is going to be a big game. We played Man City twice. We haven't played, Man United twice. You don't know what Man United are going to turn up. Tottenham away is massive. If West Ham are quietly getting a bit of form as well, so going away West Ham is going to be on. And Wolves as well. Wolves home and away. Yeah. Look at their performances.
In Man United, that was unbelievable. Well, not
when
surprised.
People say fourth place is going to be really, really hard for us to get even the top 6 place, because there's some really good teams there.
Do you think we'll get fourth? Do you see us getting fourth, or you like me? I don't think we will. I just don't.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because I think in the second half of the season, 2 things will go against us. One, I think that the other teams around us, or even in the top 3, have got, like I said, firepower, top class firepower, which can win tight games against us. 2, I look at Wolves, and I think Wolves is they're a team that's very, very inconsistent, but they're dangerous. And then Leicester, second half of the season, they're getting a good form. They've got a good result against Liverpool. Obviously, they can score goals. And then you've got Kane and Son. So we have to win a majority of our games. How many games we've got left? About 20.
We've played 20 games. We played 20, so we've got 18 left, isn't it?
All right, if we can win, if we can get a majority, if we can get like 42 points, I think we're through. We're getting a top 4. Anything less than 42 points in the next 20 games, I think we'll probably fall a bit short. But don't be surprised if we fall out of Europe, because again, these are young players, and they can't afford to lose form. We can't afford to drop points, because it's really going to be tight for Europe and the top 4, I think.
And before we go, because I know I've just seen the time, quickly touch on Maitland Niles. Ainsley, he's gone to Roma. How do you feel about that? Because Yeah, I'm mixed feelings about that. I don't know how's that sit with you?
I think what's happened. I think Ainsley the man. I think Arsenal fans should stand his way. I don't think Arsenal fans should have any mixed feelings. Just say, mate, go on, do the rest of your career, because you don't want to just keep a player just in case a few players get injured. It's wrong. It's wrong for the player's career. I mean, let's put it into perspective, right? A year ago, he was getting selected for England squads for European Championship Well, obviously they qualify for European Championships, but it was like the Euro League of Nations. He was in all games in Europe now. If there are no friendly games, it's either the League of Nations or it's the qualifiers for Europe or the Europe or the World Cup. So he was on the precipice of getting in the squads. He's not going to get the squads if he's on a bench. So
he could have gone to Wolves for 20 million, and that's for another show. Arsenal's transfer crap, the way we do things.
People talk about Aubameyang and Martinez being our main players and our match winners in terms of winning the FA Cup. Maitland Niles didn't do too bad a job at left wing back. He did an excellent job, and that got him in the English team.
I wish him well, because for me, he's just been pulled from pillar to post, played every single position except striker. He hasn't had a chance to have he's just another. He's very similar to Pepe. I think Maitland Niles and Pepe would have been a great partnership down the right.
Something else that I think would have hurt Maitland Niles and probably jacked him off was the fact that we bought Tommy Asu. We bought a right back. We bought a centre half who could play right back, and played him at right back. When you've got Maitland Niles, who's played at right back, and you're not giving a go in a team, that will make me angry. That will make me want to kill someone. You know that, and that'd be a sign that I don't care what Arteta says. I want to go and play the rest of my career elsewhere because I can get in the England team. He'd be a fool, an absolute idiot, not to take this chance.
And he is playing with whether we like him or not. He's got a good manager. He's going there too.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's a bit of chaos there. They're nowhere near like the top four, and Mourinho's really got his work cut out.
Yeah. So so I wish him the best. I agree. And Forest, we should beat them. What do you reckon? We should beat them. We should.
Well, which depends. Well,
but we did lose. We did lose them.
You know what I think, right?
Yeah.
Premiership clubs owe the FA and they owe the Football League, because they've gone off and done their own thing and made millions of pounds, and they basically left the Football League bankrupt, and they basically left the FA floundering. So out of respect, play your best teams and win it. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, if you look at the League Cup and the FA Cup in the last 12 years, 10 years, how many small clubs have won the FA Cup and the League Cup? Swansea,
Wigan, Swansea. And Wigan. That's it. And look where Wigan are now.
Yeah. All the other teams, apart from Swansea and Wigan, all the big teams have been the big six who've won it. What does that say? That because all those clubs are under pressure to win a trophy, they're gonna have a situation where they've got to take it seriously. And it's always been a payday for the FA and the Football League to have the big four, the top six in the cup finals.
I'll just quickly read this comment because I think I'm tired of Arteta's big rainbows already. Buckle down, get serious. Let's get this top four. He's had all the money.
Chelsea got one up. Chelsea got one up. Havertz. Alex, you're frozen.
That's my Wi-Fi. That's me. I think, So, let's. We will wrap it up because Chelsea are playing Tottenham. I know you want to watch that, and I do. And Kenny, thank you very much for your time. But before you go, just let the people know where they can find you. Where they can find you.
Kenny 1972 on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, and also if you could smash the like button, guys, subscribe if you're new, share it on your socials, smash it like we're going to smash Forest on Sunday, and hopefully smash the Scum in 10 days' time, and hopefully beat Liverpool as well. And Kenny, thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll do it again soon. Yeah.
Definitely. Speak to you guys soon. Speak to you soon, mate.
Okay, then. Definitely. All right, then.
Bye.
Okay. Take care, Kenny. All right, then. Bye. Bye. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much, Kenny. Enjoy the Chelsea-Tottenham game. And hopefully we're playing Forest on Sunday. See you a lot soon. I'm out of here.